Good evening, guys. This video is based on technical analysis update on gold. This is the 12th of July 2013. We Make Mints has been covering this for some time. We think that gold is going to go down to the $1,000 per ounce at some point this year, which is a good 300 points off of where we are now. We've had a series of sell the rally setups, bear flags, more going into more bear flags and more bear flags, seeing lower lows. We had a up move, quite a big up move this week, and the reason for that is we got above quite an important trend line. If you look here, there's quite a few touches of this trend line. When the price did get above it, it come back tested it right there and shot up. So that we know. It also stopped the lows as well in some of these moves. So we know that it's quite an important trend line. We shot above it, and since then we've had a 2-day pullback where the market just was a little bit unsure of itself. If you look at Stochastic, it is way overheated because this potentially looks like a bull flag. But with Stochastic that overheated, I mean, we always say that formations overall indicators, but you have to take note when something's that overheated. The market might come back down and dump. So we have to acknowledge that that could be a bull flag, but I don't think it's going to be. I just think the market's gonna. There's a lot of big money selling gold, and as soon as it shows any sign of weakness, they're going to leap on it. And that's just not my opinion. You can see how quickly gold is crashing. We'll show you a chart going back a few years that shows you just how long it took to go up and how quickly it's crashing. We've drawn a little channel in here, and we'll talk about that because that may well be quite a big bear flag, but we'll go through. But one thing's for sure, all of these trend lines we've drawn, if you are charting gold at the moment, make sure that yours are similar to ours because we spent quite a lot of time on this chart. We think the prices are going to end up down here. That is basically what we are thinking. If that is a bear flag, it pretty much is going to project quite low as well. We won't quite get $1,000 per ounce off of that move, I don't think, but we're going to certainly be heading down there. $1,100 per ounce is quite a viable target, which is a good nearly 300 points off of gold. We're looking at putting on a good, 100 contracts short at some point as well, and we're going to ride that down to $1,000 per ounce. So anyone that's doing the same as us is going to make money, and quite a lot of money as well. Anyone that's been following We Make Mints, I mean, we've made a lot of money on our recommendations on gold, so anyone else following obviously has as well. The bit here, this is where we first mentioned on our Facebook page. If you go onto Facebook and search for We Make Mints, you'll find us. We put quite a few recommendations on there. And we've actually got a photo album saying about the crash in gold. In purple, that was our first chart of the week, where twice in succession we were saying about selling gold, and look at the down move that happened. In the blue, which is pretty current, that is where we're saying $1,000 per ounce is coming in gold. We expect $1,000 per ounce, and we are going to be shorts as soon as the market. We have a small short on at the moment. As soon as the market shows more weakness, we're going to double up on that, and we're going to have a good 100 contracts, and we're going to leave that run into $1,000 per ounce on gold. You can see how long gold took to make higher highs and get to the highest point in that bull market, and look how quickly it's crashing. Gold is becoming a fear market. This, as we keep saying, will end up looking like a complete pyramid. Bubbles happen like that. Something goes up to overvalued, and then it will come back down to undervalued. So I don't think $1,000 per ounce will be the bottom in gold. I think we will see lower prices. We will, I believe wholeheartedly, we will see $1,000 per ounce in gold in 2013. Any of our followers that are following our recommendations are going to make a fortune on gold. Come on to WeMakeMints.com because we quite often have chart of the weeks. And if you would have followed our chart of the weeks, you would have made a small fortune. And like us on Facebook as well, because we put random updates that will be helpful for your trading. And actually, just before we go, we'll be generous. We'll give you another huge tip. This is the US Treasury bonds. You see how we're right at resistance right now? That is a great selling point. We think there's a good $2 at least, probably next week, to be honest, to be taken off. So we are short on US Treasury bonds. And wait till you see this. If you've not seen this chart before, have a look at this. You might just fall off your chair. Now, look at that for a huge, huge head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. That market is going lower. Our projection is 120. We think, as a conservative basis, 125, but I do think we will get 120 on the US Treasury bonds. That is, on a leverage market, that is a hell of a lot of money. We've been talking about this on Facebook, and this has been our last chart of the week, saying to sell at that resistance point. We got it today. We're heavily short. We may get above that resistance. We're not going to, say on video that's 100% not going to break resistance, but we don't think it will. We've also got that trend line as well. That, I believe, will get tested, maybe a little bounce, but that will, I think, it has to break. The huge head and shoulders say that has to break. This market's going lower, and as we said, there's not much in the way of, once that trend line goes, we're going to 125 straight away. But yeah,